I took methylene blue for 14 days, and I'm here to tell you why I stopped. So, if you saw my previous video, I was talking about doing an experiment where I added methylene blue into a stack. I was reporting on, I think, 7 days of progress. Overall, my goal is to increase my non-activity based metabolism. Really, just my total daily energy expenditure is my goal. My exercise doesn't even skim the surface. My body's become so efficient and my metabolism is so suppressed. So I was taking methylene blue to try and see if I could increase my metabolism. And the way that it works, we kind of discussed before, but when you break down food, it goes through smaller and smaller processes, and ultimately inside of your mitochondria, you have the electron transport chain, and methylene blue lets you skip some of those steps if you don't have the cofactors. It's really good in a hypoxic environment where you don't have a lot of oxygen. And I do live a mile above sea level in Denver at elevation. Anyway, I took it for a week and I couldn't see any noticeable difference. That was in my last video. And I continued to take it for another week. My goal was to take it until the bottle finished and then kind of review. But here's where I ended up. After about 14 days, I ended my work day on my 14th day, and I realized that I basically hadn't put in a day of any intensity, and I also didn't care. And when I look back at the previous 5 days, I kind of felt very apathetic about my intensity. I think I discussed this in the previous video. I have what's called phase 3 HPA axis dysfunction, which is also known as adrenal fatigue, and something I'm working through. But during the weekdays, it doesn't show up. I go hard. I'm online from 8 in the morning until late at night, cracking through whatever needs to be done. And we're working on patchwork, where we do nutrigenomic screening. We take your DNA and we tell you what kind of mistakes you're making and how to find your optimal diet, what nutrient deficiencies you're likely to have, and also your detox and toxin issues based on your genetics. I found that after I made that video, then the following days, I just felt more and more, I don't know how I'd describe it, just numb to life and work. I was happy in general. I was with my kids. My wife was away at an art festival over the weekend, and I was with my kids. I was very tired, but it was fun. But I just felt like a general sense of not caring about the outcomes of a number of things. And I do know that methylene blue can be an SSRI. It stops the serotonin in your brain from breaking down, so it can build up as an SSRI. Really good book is A Mind of Your Own by Dr. Kelly Brogan, that basically goes into how SSRIs have almost no efficacy of actually curing or really dealing with depression, and their history is really questionable. I had done an organic acid test. One of the things that was flagged was low serotonin, so I figured it wasn't going to be an issue. On the whole, yeah, it clearly was messing with my serotonin in my brain and just made me very, very uncaring about certain things in the world. So I stopped. It just wasn't working for me. And I think I wanted to send this update video or create this update video because my challenge was that almost every video I found, or the story I found about people using methylene blue, said it was people who were saying, I took it for 30 days. It was amazing. Here, use my promo code at so-and-so peptides for your own methylene blue. You should totally take it. Here's my affiliate code. There's one very notable one, which is a guy, he's the CEO of a supplement company. We've got into it a couple times on X or on Twitter. He seems to be scientifically inept. He just can't read a scientific paper, and we've had a number of disagreements over things before. Anytime you try and challenge him on something, he'll just link you, a press release from Harvard Medical School or something like that. He won't actually go to any base science. So quite concerning that he's out there I think it's one of the top methylene blue videos. He's out there advocating people take it, and that it was amazing for 30 days. And also he's getting an affiliate kickback on his promotion of it. Anyway, it didn't work out for me. I think if people came to visit me in Denver and then we went skiing, and they don't normally live in a hypoxic environment like I do, I probably would have them take it. And actually, I don't do so well when I sleep at elevation. So here we're a mile above sea level. If you go stay in Breckenridge or Leadville, you're talking about 2 or 3 miles above sea level. And that usually really messes with me. So I probably will take it again when I head up into the mountains to ski, and if I'm staying up there. And I would give it to guests and people we're hosting as well. But I won't be taking it anymore. And I actually just generally think that you probably shouldn't. I think everybody should experiment. And you know what? You want to go for it? Go for it. But just be really, really aware of what's going on. you don't want to accidentally take an SSRI. It's like pretty nasty thing to mess with. And yeah, there's my methylene blue experience. The other thing was, I mentioned patchwork and nutrigenomic screening. It's linked in my bio, and it'll be in the description of this video. We do two things currently, or we are building an organic acid test product. So we'll do an organic acid test for you, and we'll do the most scientifically educated, world-leading, insightful action plan based on your organic acid test, which checks your organic acid test, looks at your entire Krebs cycle, the TCA cycle, how you make energy, and shows where things are broken. I'm going to do a video looking at mine. I have found some really interesting stuff in there. And if you use the code uncivilized, you can get $100 off and get on the waiting list. That's on the Patchwork website. And then also we do nutrigenomic screening. We take your DNA and we work out what the optimal diet is for you, how to tweak that for weight loss, nutrient deficiencies, detox issues, and some other genetic stuff that's really cool. That's $200, and that's easily better than anything else that's on the market. Check it out. We also do a quiz. If you don't think it's for you, there's a quiz. I'll link that in the show notes, or I'll link that in the video notes. There's a quiz that will work out if nutrigenomic screening is something that probably works for you or not. It just runs you through some symptoms. Do you have these issues? And we can usually solve and address some of those things using a nutrigenomic screener. So check it out. Thanks, guys.